situation here, if it's like position for result, if it's and inside this and hidden plan will be unmasked, no one can tell lies. And the other one for letter C, it says a memorable catastrophic reverse reversal while gambling. It could be different. It could be that maybe you could be gambling too much money. Maybe you are probably having conflict, and it probably says why you're doing that. Why you are, when you're seeing the six people in here with the football, for example, it's like it's like you're having a fight. Who's going to get it first? Is it going to be you or someone else, right? Now, for example, for this, when it goes from 11th to the 20th of May in this situation, it could be that. It could be maybe this year that you might have that situation. It's like a drawing force of this situation. So remember how that is, okay? Just keep it up. And the point being is that you can move forward as it goes along, okay? Just remember about that because that's what it seems to be, okay? Just remember what I'm going to say, all right? You just have to remember to be brave and do what you can, right, Aries? All right, on to the next one. Stand firm in the eye of the storm. Eclipse in Scorpio, regeneration. Well, that's a good card. So Scorpio, you're up next. So this is it. So this is for you. It seems to be how this is can be like maybe a mini pause for you. It could be something. So I'll see what that is in this situation for you. So this is how it is. And it'll be kind of like something different for you. Remember, it could be different. So here we go. You have the Page of Swords is upright, and then you have the Eight of Swords reversed. Yeah, there's something different in this situation. It could be very wise. It could be very interesting of how it is. It's very different, right? And when you think about this in a right way or perspective way, it's like you can say, am I doing the right thing? Am I not doing the right thing? But you know what? It goes to you, right? It doesn't go to me, it goes to you. And when you have this bad energy here, the Eight of Swords represents like it's very bad, right? When it's the upright position, and even if it's reversed at the same time. So it's like you have to remember how that is, right? So that's what it seems to be. But anyway, back to my own saying here. This is what it seems to be, okay? Just remember how you can take this as what they are and how they become, and that's what it is, okay? So if I take this as what they are, this is what it is. So let's see how that is in this situation here. And it says, okay, so the Ten of Pentacles is reversed, and you have the Judgment is upright. Yeah, so it means that you can have judgment. Judgment is remembering that you can be judged, you can be in court, or you can whatever. But it seems to be that it kind of be very majestic. I don't know if that's a good word to say. But that's what it seems to be. It's very different in this situation, right? These things will take time as they go along through time to time. It could be days, weeks, months, even maybe 5 years to come. I don't know. But that's what it seems to be. Okay, that's what it is. Okay. And I forgot a book that I forgot to bring. So I'll do that before I do the next reading. And let's see what's going on for this one. And it is the 33. So represents, I think it is maybe June, but I'll double check. 33 represents actually November, not June, sorry. But it's just November. So from 21st to the 30th of November, it could be this year coming up or last year that was coming up. But it says that it could be like it's for letter C. It says closed doors, bitter disappointment, impossible solution, or advices. It is useless being obsessed by an impossible project. Change route immediately, something like that. You know, it seems to be that. Um, it could be even more. It could be letter C. It's like for feelings. It says um, bitter emotional disappointment, frustration, loneliness, since the person for which you would give everything will drop you like a hat in the situation. It could be that, right? So like if you see how that is gonna go, that's what it seems to be, right? If you're in that situation, um, it can be very interesting for you. It could be that it's very rare, and that's what it is. Okay, so um, remember about that. Okay, just remember how that is, Scorpio. But remember about things will take time as they go along. Okay, it is never easy or to cry over spilt milk, or if it's never easy to be green, or I don't know. But that's what it seems to be. Okay, so if you just go with it, you'll be fine. All right, so just go with the flow because that's what the cards are telling me. Go with the flow. Right? I'll be right back until I go to the next reading. Okay, or do something to get something. Sorry it takes so long. I was trying to have a book so I can read what the reverse cards are. All right, where are we? Oh yes, for the next reading, right? Okay. The next one, it is scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement. Moon in Capricorn. Accomplishment. So this is going to be a good opportunity. A very, very bizarre for you. I'll do maybe something different for you, Capricorn. Very different. So see how this is going to go. And then we're going to go to that card. And I'll do something for this one. So we're going to see how this is going to go. And how is it going to be ended up at. And the first card it is the Eight of Cups reversed. That's interesting. That's very interesting for you. And this one, it is the Page of Swords, you got right. And then you have the Tower moment. All right, so basically you could have some kind of chaos that's going on. You have the Eight of Cups that It represents maybe you had everything that you had. That's the Ten of Cups. You probably had everything. But reverse of the Eight of Cups. Good thing I got this book for a reason. I'm going to see what that card is. The Eight of Cups reversed. Do you stay or do you go? You are caught between walking away from a disappointing situation or trying one last time to make things better. But can the circumstance really improve, or is it a lost cause? In some way or another, where you can stay, you can go in that situation. Uh, there's a song to that. I'm not gonna sing that because that would be in my mind. But the point being is that that's what it kind of is at the moment. You can see this as, almost like a grain of salt, actually. Not a grain of pepper, but a grain of salt. And it seems to be how everything that is, right? And this is how it kind of be is. It's uh it's almost like a mini pause moment for you, but you have to remember that you have to take sides. Like I don't know why the Tower came up about, you know, disaster coming or something. You have to believe in your own self that you can do this as much as you can. You know, there's nothing perfect in life, but it seems to be how you can create your own strategy of knowing what to do. Capricorn, you can do better because when I think about other readings, what I just did for Scorpio and Aries, for example, those energies changed. For you, Capricorn, it's a lot different, right? If you have accomplishment or if you have anything, you can accomplishment your own goals or something like that. That's what it seems to be, okay? This is like almost a gratification or a notification or something. You get notifications during maybe on your phone or something like that, right? That's what it seems to be. And it can be very good, it can be very precise, but you have to remember that you have to take things of what they are. And you can see that in your own society. That's what it is, okay? But let's see what's going on. Let's see what the cards are saying to me. So let's see. And it is, let's see, it is 36. So it represents the 36 card, but I'll read it to you. 36 is the cross, but it says from 21st to the 31st of December. So maybe it could be last year or it's going to be coming up this year. Um, but it seems to be like there could be advice. I'll read the advice. It says, "Abandon yourself to destiny. Fortune will never let you down." So maybe you could still have that good luck in the situation, Capricorn. You can do that. It could be. Uh, let's see what else I can tell you. It could be position 4. It says okay. Letter C, it says business with problems, failure, dissipated uh, capital, contested inheritance. So, you could have business with problems. Maybe that could be the tower moment. Maybe you have business with problems. Um, there could be lots of chaos that's going on. You have to remember that chaos is a negative feeling, okay? And when chaos is a negative feeling, you have to let that go. You have to let that go, Capricorn, because when you when you decide of what you're going to be doing, you have to remember about that, right? There's always um, a good situation, but everything can change as what they are, you know. So I didn't expect that you have the tower situation. I didn't expect that. And I didn't expect with the 36 card as well. But that's what it seems to be. You probably had that maybe during from last year. Maybe there was something going on. But when you think about that as, you know, when there's everything that's going on from business problems or whatever, that's what you have to believe that you can go and understand about staying positive as much as they can, right? That's what it is because you can just go through it. You can go from you can go from straight and then you go left, or you can go straight and go right, or you can just keep going straight. That's what it seems to be in this scenario, in this situation. So that's what the cards are. Um, Remember how that will be, and just be accomplishment. Just have that um, way of setting your goals, and that's what it is. Okay, just think for the positive, not the negative, because that's what it seems to be. All right. So you can just follow of what I'm saying, and you'll be okay. All right. All right. Next one. It is freedom and adventure. Moon in Sagittarius. Discovery. All right. So what's going on with you in this situation? What's going on? Well, let's see. Let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. All right. So we have the Eight of Swords is reversed, and we have the Page of Swords is upright. That's interesting. Do you stay? Do you go in that situation? It could be that. Um, you could be having all these problems for going by, but that's what it seems to be, right? That's what it is. So if you have that, that's what it is at the moment. Let's see, what is it? You have the Page of Swords is upright, and you have the Tower moment that is upright as well. So you could have maybe some kind of chaos that's going by Sagittarius. You could have that, but it seems to be how you can have lots of things are going on. We have the two Page of Swords here at the same time. So, you could have that, right? You could have victory on your side. You can do whatever you want. But remember that when everything changes nowadays, it will be changed. It will be unchangeable or something. I think that's a good word to say, which means that it is very different, and you can't change that. Once it's permanent, um, basically it's going to be staying there forever, right? So that's what it seems to be right now, Sagittarius. But you can do whatever you decide to do. That's what it seems to be. Okay. Now, in that situation, we're going to figure out what's doing this, and let's see. And it is the number 33. Wow, so someone's getting like all these numbers. The 33 represents the key in this situation, but it represents from the 21st to the 30th of November. So this could happen from last year. It could happen maybe this year. You do not know. But remember that you can if you have disappointments, if you have something that is like the meaning of solution near to hand, useful knowledge, something like that, you could have there's always these different things are going on in your life, like not to try to bother you in this situation, but I'm just trying to tell you something that is happening. Like there's always these things are going by for you. Like there's always these, like it's there could be money situation, there could be um oh my goodness, like there are so many things are going on. There could be uh your present, so like past, present, future. Okay, so present was probably last year or something. But it says for letter C, it says small economic problems, frustrating sacrifices, and perhaps in vain. That's what it could be. You could be that could happen. You can be have the letter C. It says unexpected costs, bank drafts for a person abroad, something like that. You could have position 4 is financial growth, commensurate to risk, good proceeds from commercial transactions overseas. Letter C is fluctuating activity, uncertain or lower profits than expected. You could be having all these chaos moments, says Series. But if you just stay ahead of yourself, and if you just you know have all this attention to you, intention or something like that, you have to remember that if you have Discovery, and it's not the Discovery Channel, not it's on TV, no, but when you have discovering in your discovery yourself or something, this is what I'm going to show you, because that's what it seems to be. Because you have two victories, you have the tower moment. You should stay or you should go. It's your choice, not mine. But I'm telling you where you're going to be heading. Okay, so that's what it seems to be, and I hope that you can do better, and I hope that you can do wonderful as well. Okay, so just keep it up. Okay. Right. On to the next one. Follow your dreams. Moon in Pisces. Wonder. So we're going to figure out that one out for you, Pisces. We're going to figure out how that is for you. Okay, we're going to figure this out in different ways and different monologues and all that. Monologues are kind of like almost like a written script, but it's a different way. So it's like me doing this a different way. Obviously, that's what it seems to be. So we're going to figure this out. If you hear a vacuum going in that, it's just coming upstairs, for example. It's very loud. You can still hear me if you decide. All right, Pisces. So this is for you. You have the Seven of Wands is upright, and you have the Four of Wands is upright as well. So based on that, you could have that as that situation. The Four of Wands represents it could be, you could be getting married, you could have that, maybe that could be a good situation. The Seven of Wands is like maybe after your marriage, something like that. Maybe you could have something, you can have, maybe you're probably going to go traveling, something like that in that situation, maybe. But that's what it seems to be for you, Pisces. But overall, this is what's going to happen, and I hope that you can figure this out at the same time. Now, I know that I'm using two cards, but it's not that. It's not that all. You have to remember that when everything seems to be as what they are and what they become and whatnot, that's what it is. Okay, you can take this as what they are and seem to be and whatnot, but that's what it is. Okay, so that's what it seems to be, and I'll see in that situation of what's going on and what it's going to be doing, if it's last year, if it's going to be this year or something. So this is what it is. And it says number 34. Now this is interesting. Wow, so someone's getting the 35, 34, 33. This is all different. So I'll read the 34. The 34 represents fish, but it says from the time is from 1st to the 10th of December. So it could be last year, it could be this year that's going to come up. But the point being is that you could say, advice is act quickly, but without losing your head. That's what it could be saying. Um, there's lots of things like, there's always these things like it could be, um, when I say about something about married, it's there. I don't know if there's something that is puzzling me. I'm not doing puzzles. Ha ha ha. Very funny. But that's what it kind of is. It could be. There's lots of info here. Let's see. Let's see for you, Pisces. You could actually have like there is uh you could actually have like for position 3 for unexpected events. You could, I don't know if this is right, but let's see. It says for letter C, it says a collaborator's betrayal, a partner, fight with a boss on questions of principle. Maybe you could have that. Maybe you have fights with somebody. Maybe you're going to say, okay, I'm going to leave. I'm going to travel. I'm going to do my own thing. That's what it seems to be. Maybe you're going to do that, right? But remember how that is. You can understand how it seems to be in life. You can do this. You can have your own situation. But remember, Pisces, it's like you have to. If there's a question to this answer, if it's a wonder, wonder is like you're wondering about something. You can wondering about the forest. You can wonder where you're gonna be heading in life. But remember about this. You're wondering if you're going to get married. Maybe you're not. Maybe you could be single. Maybe you could be not. But that's what it seems to be. You can understand about, after you're married, you can have the Seven of Wands. Like you could travel, you could do something, right? But from there, from the 1st to the 10th of, I think it's December, I believe, if I'm correct on this. Uh, yeah, that's what it seems to be. So if you're going through this situation, um, congratulations if you're going to get married during this year coming up, maybe. But remember how it will be interesting about this, right? That's what it is. You can understand about, you can do this as what you can. You can think about this um, as what they are. I'm going to use the dice in this situation about if you're going to get married in a different month. That's true. Oh wow, yeah, you could have. Okay, so this you have the 12th, you have the 5th, and you have the 5th. That like there's the 10th or something. So the 12th is basically December. That's what this card is. So this could be December. You can actually, in the 10th, I think it's October, I think. Yeah. So if you have that, remember how that is. You could be in that situation. You could, so you could be in that situation. Okay. You can think about that. You could be a 66 years old. You could be a 55-year-old in the situation. um, if you're old enough, whatever it is. But that's what it is. You could have all this, but remember about the months. What I told you, you can have the 12th month, you can have the 10th month, you can have the December, you can have October in that situation. So this could be a very, very good way of knowing. And I'm telling you, I'm going telling you my perspective on this. You could do what the cards are saying from me to you, then that's what it is. Okay? So remember what the dice are saying, and that's what it is. Okay? So remember how that is. All right? So good job, Pisces. Just do what you can. Right? Just do what you can. On to the next one. Personal growth, Moon and Taurus, self-esteem. So we're going to figure that one out for you, Taurus. We're going to figure that one out. In that situation, you have to remember that there could be a good wise situation, there could be a way of knowing. So you could do this, you could just remember, and that's what it is. All right, so let's see. So you can do that, that. So let's see what the first card is. You have the Chariot is upright, and then you have the Four of Wands reversed. Okay, so the timing frame of this is like you're not married. Okay, so you're not. You could be single, whatever. The Chariot card, you could be looking for love in one way. You could be that. It could be that. I don't know if that's the right situation, but I'll see. I'll see what the book is telling me about that. Even if I find the Chariot in this situation. The Chariot says, so it's the upright. It says, you're driving a force fueled by determination and willpower. You stop at nothing on your path to success. You overcome obstacles and find cohesion between opposing forces. That's what it seems to be right now. You could be like that. You could just, improve of your own game in some way. You could just, when it says you stop at nothing on your path to success, that's what it kind of is. You're trying to go with the flow. You, you're trying to go ahead. You're trying to believe of what you're going to do. Okay, and that's what it seems to be. So that's what it is at the moment. Um, that's what it seems to be, and that's what it kind of is. When everything kind of goes from your way or the highway or something like that, that's what it is. Now the Four of Wands reversed. Now I'll double check what that is in the book. Let's see. The Four of Wands represents, okay, so it says there may be instability in the home or transition to a new home. Do what you can to settle in and ground yourself in your current environment, even if it's a temporary home. So you could be, staying at home for a while. You could just save your money, live better, as a Walmart saying in a commercial. That's what it kind of is at the moment. You could just think about this as what it tells me in one way. You could just hear me out of what's going to happen. You can see this as what they are, so that's what it kind of is at the moment. Okay, this is what it seems to be. You could see who's kind of following you. I'll do the playing cards as well. That's what it is. I'll see how these cards are at the moment, so I'll shuffle them for a minute. If you don't get the same card, maybe you can get a different card. But let's see what that is. And let's see. And we got the 17 of crane or a heron or something. It's the hearts that represents that. But I'll see what that it says in the book. 17th is the stork, but I'm going to call it a blue heron or a flamingo or something like that. But the timing is from 11th to the 20th of June. Okay, that's what it kind of is at the moment. You can, there is advice is that don't shoot ahead, but wait patiently for what you really want. That's what it kind of seems to be. There could be always these ways that you could be, for the past, for position 1 for the past, it says, for study reasons or juvenile work experience, you have been kept far away from home. You could be doing that. You could be worried about something. Um, there's always these possibilities are going on in your life. There could be always these reasons, but that's what it kind of is at the moment. You could be, it's very interesting of what this card means, because you could be that. You could be staying far away from home, and then you think like, I'm worried about home. I'm worried about you will be worried. But you know what? In a way that uh, when you're not being married or something, and you just find things to do or something, and you know that's what it kind of is at the moment, right? It's you have to think about the past, the present, and the future. The future is a long, long time from now. The present is now, and the past was last year, maybe. So that's why it kind of is at the moment, okay? Now let's see who's following you in this situation. Who is following Taurus? And it's the Five of Spades. So the Five of Spades is air signs. It's uh, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius in that situation. They could easily following you at the same time as well. So you're not the only one that's in that same area, but you know what, you could be doing that as well. So that's what it seems to be. Okay, just keep this up, but remember how everything will be going on. Okay, until I do the next all signs reading in the next few weeks. So that's what it kind of is at the moment. All right, that's what it is. But just remember what the cards were saying to you. Okay, what I'm saying. Well done for you, Taurus. All right, on to the next one. Rise to challenges as a new path opens. Eclipse in Gemini. Negotiation. That's a good word. That's a good way of negotiation. Negotiation is like um, agreeing, enjoying, all that stuff. And that's what it seems to be. Okay, you're trying to have a have a degree instead of a disagree or something. You have to agree on something instead of disagreeing on something. And that's what the cards are saying. I'm gonna say that's just what I'm saying. So that's what it is at the moment. So we're gonna see how this is. So we're gonna figure this out, Gemini. And we got on the left side, we got the Two of Swords is upright, and we got the Knight of Swords is upright. So which means that you have victory on your side in one way. You have the Two of Swords, you don't know which way you're gonna go, left or right. So that's what it seems to be, okay, for you, Gemini. You have to remember that when you take things as what they are and what they become, that's what it is at the moment, okay? Because that's what it seems to be. And you have to pick a side. You have to remember. You have to have everything that you can tell and do it. And So that's what it seems to be. Okay, that's what it is. So let's see. You have the Seven of Wands is upright, and then you have the Four of Wands upright. Yeah, so you could be, you could have, so basically, when you probably are married. You could be married in this situation. When you have victory on your side, you are married, and you're saying, okay, I'm married. I can do whatever you want. But remember that you have the Two of Swords, which means you don't know which direction you're going to take, left or right. That's what it is, right? Now, in the same thing as the Seven of Wands, the Seven of Wands is like close to after your marriage situation. The Seven of Swords could tell me, or the Seven of Wands actually tells me, not the Seven of Swords. Uh, the Seven of Wands, thank you. It says, for upright, it says, you're in an inviolable position. You have worked hard to get to where you are, but other people want what you have and are prepared to fight you for it. Protect your territory and stand up for what you believe in. That's what it seems to be. You have to stand up for yourself. You can't act like, I'm not going to do this anymore. I'm not going to do it. Well, you know what? You have to do this. And when you are in that marriage situation, or when you are in that situation there, that's what it kind of is at the moment. You could think about this, you can take it as what they are and seem to be and what have you, but that's what it is. Okay, you have to take it and take it and take it and take it, and that's what it is, right? It's yeah. So negotiation is the key, that you're going to agree or disagree, but that's for you. You can agree or disagree, right? So that's what it seems to be. Okay, Gemini, you can go with the flow, you can do this, you can put your mind to it and whatnot, but that's what it is. Okay, so remember how that is. I don't know what day this is for, but in a way, I'm just gonna do one playing card to see who's following you. Yeah, the Ten of Diamonds, which means it could be Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus in that situation for Earth signs. So Earth signs are following you, and that's what it is. You could be in the same position, same pleasure. You can do whatever you want to do. Okay, so remember what the cards are saying. All right, you can do that. All right. Just remember how that is. Okay. I got a few. Hang on, how many I have left? One, two, three, four. I have five more left. So I'll reshuffle these. And here we go for the first, for this one. And let's see. We have re-evaluate relationships, justice, and fair play. Eclipse in Libra. Rebalance. So this is what it's going to be happening for you, Libra. You could be in this situation, you could be not in this situation, but that's what it seems to be nowadays. You have to remember that you can keep this up, you know which way you're going to go, and that's what it is, right? And remember about this is going to be a good reading to tell, okay? It's always impossible to do things, just like when you watch movies, they are impossible, but make it possible, right? Nothing is possible to make it possible. That's what I would say. But that's what it seems to be, all right? You can do this as a follow-up situation. Um, you can you can make your own part of it. That's what it is. So we're going to figure out what the cards are saying to you, and we're going to do this as well, all right? So let's see. The upright card, you have the Queen of Cups reversed, and you have the King of Swords is upright. So basically right now you're standing in your own situation. I don't know what the Queen of Cups represents for reverse, but I'll see what it says in the book. I'll see what it says in the book. Yeah, the Queen of Cups reverses. You let your heart rule over your head. Emotions may be overwhelming you. You may be caring for everyone else but yourself. Self-care and self-love are critical. So you could be caring for someone else. You don't know that. You could be caring for someone else. Those are very good. You could be acting like a mini celebrity, for example. You could be acting like that. But in ways, it's like you're trying to give and give and give, and that's what it seems to be, right? And that's what it kind of is between my, not my situation, but in a way of how that is, right? It's not like this is not going to be a lost cause situation. It's not that. But in the way of that, it could be remain about that, right? And that's what it is. So you can have this as how it is at the moment. I'll see what's going on with this situation as well. And let's say you have the Two of Swords is upright, and you also have the Knight of Wands, Knight of Swords upright as well. So you have victory in this situation. You have victory, you have the Two of Swords, you don't know which direction you're going to take. But that's what it seems to be, Libra. You can know which way you're going to go, left and right, but remember about what it seems to be, okay? Like it kind of is like the timing is from weeks, months, years. But remember about I can look for the past of what's happening in your own situation. So I'll shove the cards and see what's going on. And let's see. It is the 14th card that represents the fox. But I want to see what that card is. We know what could be the 14th card represents, but I want to read it through my own words here. Yeah, it's the fox, but it says from the timing, it's from 11th to 20th of May. You could have this situation. It could be last year, it could be this year in this way. Remember about advice. It says always be careful of other people's plans. Someone tries to stab you in the back, which means that you could be having um, a bad reputation. You could have friends, and then all of a sudden they can actually cancel plans from the last minute. You really don't know, but if it seems to be like that, try to believe in yourself. Like try to represent about all the possibilities, right? Represents about that because you could be in a situation of a Taurus season when it comes up. Maybe that could work. But remember about that, right? And when Taurus season comes up, you'll be in this situation. You could be that. So remember about that. You can even look at that in your birth chart, and you can look it up in your own astrology, whatever it is. But just remember of what the cards are saying to me because it is saying what I'm saying to you, and that's what it is. Okay, so remember about this because it's very significant of how this is very, very intense. Okay, so just remember how that is. Just remember how about it. It can change instantly. A few more. Choose duties and responsibilities carefully. Eclipse in Virgo. Reorganization. Oops. So this is what it seems to be for you, Virgo. I'm only going to do a short one for you, not a long one. But this is what it's going to be for you for Virgo. And let's see, it is, you have this, and then you have this as well. So we're going to see it. Let's see, on the left side you have the Four of Cups is reversed, and that and you have the, wow, the Nine of Cups is reversed. Wow, there's two reverse cards. Wow. So we're going to see what's going to happen in this situation. I'll use maybe one card to see if it's an upright card, and it's, yeah, it's the King of Swords is upright. So this could be for you in this situation, right? If you're the king of this situation, you have to know that you're not having any surprise outcome, right? The Four of Cups, the Three of Cups, the Two of Cups. The Three of Cups represents like maybe friendships. Two of Cups is like represents, uh, yeah, friendships, love. The Three of Cups represents like you, someone, and someone in the middle. But in a way, that's what it is. The Knight of Cups, it's, I don't know what that is, but I'll read that to you. The Knight of Cups? Yeah, the Knight of Cups reversed. It's, you may be sulky, moody, and jealous. Allow, allowing your emotions to get the better of you. A creative project is emerging, but you are not ready to take action just yet. That's what it seems to be. You're not ready to take action just yet. You can just move along. You can do whatever you want to do. But that's what it seems to be right now. That's what it is, right? It covers the whole picture. Like it covers like the whole puzzle. But that's what it kind of is at the moment. This is like a big, huge responsibility that you have to look at, Virgo. That's what it is, right? And that's what it seems to be, okay? Now, I'll do one card to see what this is. It could be something different, but let's see what this is. And it's the 9. Now, it says the 9 of spades, but it's very interesting, this card. Interesting, eh? So let's see what the 9 of uh, spades is. Yeah, the 9 is, so it says banquet, but it says for the timing is from the 21st to the 31st of March. So it's only about 2 months until it's that time. It could be advice is always think positively, fight fight uncertainties and fears. Notable improvement is right underway. You could be that. You could have that. Um, you could have, uh, let's see, what can I read you for unexpected events? Okay, so position 3 for unexpected events, if this is going to happen. For letter D, it says consoling gifts, happy occasions, trips and parties, interesting people for a mind-blowing event. The letter C is a rival fights you fights you for your partner. Unpleasant rumors reach your ears. So you can have lots of bad info that is going by. Um, if position 2 for president, it says if stress has impaired your physical resistance, take a peaceful holiday. You could have that in that situation. You could try to, embrace the opportunity where you can just have your own holiday, right? You could sing about that Madonna song, I have a holiday, something like that. And it comes through and through and through. I'm not gonna sing it, no. But that's what it is, right? So if you look at the Madonna song and it sings holiday, maybe you can just listen to it to know what the words are saying, because that's what it seems to be, okay? That's what it is. And when you take that, you can take that as almost like a grain of salt, but remember that it could be different than salt. It could be pepper, it could be honey. It could be something like that. But that's what it seems to be. Okay, and if you want to take a break and go on a holiday or something like that, then that's fine. Okay. Um, but that's what it is. Okay, so remember what the cards were saying, and you can do that, right? Because you can you can take it as what my words are. Okay, so that's for you, Virgo. I'm almost done. We got at least uh, three more. So let's see. Shine brightly like the star you are. Eclipse in Leo. Compassion. So this is for you. Okay, Leo. This is this is the amount of time where you're going to see this as once and for all, which means you can do this as much as you can. All right? Now, I'll do one card from here, and then I'll do the other card there. So we're going to see that, how that is. And let's see how that is as well. So this is how it is. So on your left side, you have the Two of Swords is upright. And the other side, you have the King of Swords is upright as well. So basically, you're the king, that's what you're going to do. But you don't know which direction you're going to take, left and right. That's what it seems to be. Now, in the way of that, you can see this and say, okay, I know what I'm going to be doing, but that's what it is. Now, not only that, this is what it seems to be, okay? You have to remember that you can do this as long as you need to, all right? You can understand about all the possibilities they're doing. You can see this as what they are and what they become and whatnot. And that's what it is, okay? If you look at two sides, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, not only that, we're going to see what's the opposite of the Two of Swords. We have the Queen of Cups is reversed. Okay, so that's what it seems to be for that one. So, you don't know which direction you're going to take. The Queen of Cups, I did say that there could be something that you can understand where that is. I'll read it to you again. The Queen of Cups reverses. You let your heart rule over your head. Emotions may be overwhelming you. You may be caring for everyone else but yourself. Self-care and self-love are critical. Maybe you are basically doing that. You could be having that situation where you're you are loving you're lovable to everybody. And I'm going to say that truth to my heart. You'll be lovable to everybody, but remember that when you're acting like a different person, for example, you're going to do that. You're going to act like, I'm not going to be acting like a Leo. I'm going to act like someone else, like Scorpio, for example. Okay, sure, you can act like that. But remember, when you're a fire sign and then acting like water sign, you're not going to do that. You're trying to not get jealous of everybody. You're not trying to say what you are and who you're going to be seeing with or anybody. But that's what it seems to be, right? That's what it is. Okay, you have to have common sense. And when you have common sense, you can do that. If you have non-common sense, it's very interesting of how that is going to go. Okay? That's what it seems to be. Okay? Now, let's see what this is going on for you, Leo. And it says for the Five of Hearts. This is like a tree situation, but it's a good card. So let's see what that is. The Five of Hearts represents timing is from the 10th to the 19th of February. So could be this next month for you, Leo. You could be in that situation. Advice is before trusting others, trust yourself first. So remember, just trust your own self and then trust others. Um, you could actually, let's see, you could look at the, I'll look at something for you. You could be, um, so you could be, for success for position one to the past. You are very, very busy at school and work, and and thoroughly deserve your accomplished goal. You could be doing that, or you could work instead of going to school, whatever, or finish school. You could even, let's see, you could say, uh, oh my goodness, like for position two for president, you could say for number D, it says, you know how to settle for things and are happy with what you have got. Help is given to a young relative. Like you'd even help someone else in need as what it seems to be. You could have there's always these ways like position four for result is this for letter C it says relief from debts will be hard difficulty in gaining a bank loan. Maybe that could work. Maybe that could be that satisfactory where you're gonna go which way you're gonna go left and right. That's what the two of swords represents. When you're having emotions, it could be down by that. But remember about next month. You could have that in February next month of 2023. You could have that in that situation, right? And this is what it kind of is, right? So remember what the cards are saying, and I hope that everything will be fine for you, Leo. Okay? All right. An emotional phase or domestic development. Eclipse in Cancer, acceptance. So this is what it's going to go for you. I'm going to do less than two cards for you. I'm going to do maybe one card for that one, and then we'll do that one. So this is what it is at the moment, and I hope that you will like this. So this one is the Two of Swords is upright, and then you have, oh wow, the Page of Pentacles reversed. All right, so basically it means that you don't know which direction you're going to take, left and right. You know exactly where you're going to be heading. You know how everything seems to be. Just remember how that is. Like you could have all these things are going on. You could just, almost like bite the bullet. You can might not bite the bullet. You know what I mean? So that's what it kind of is at the moment. And let's see, you have the Queen of Cups is reversed, and you have the King of Swords is upright. So the Queen of Cups reverse represents like emotional feelings, overwhelming you. You don't know which direction you're going to take, but you know what? You can take it as what they are. Like the Page of Pentacles reversed, and I'll see if I can read this to you. Page of Pentacles reversed says, you may be afraid to take the next step, worry that you do not have the skills to be successful. You're procrastinating, holding yourself back from making your dreams come true. Trust that you have what you need now, and the rest will develop as you progress. That's what it is, right? Don't procrastinate. I always keep saying this in my videos. Do not do not procrastinate. Procrastinating is a bad way. Like it could be a good word, but it's a bad word too in some way because procrastinating is like you're putting it off the back burner, and that's what it is, right? You're leaving it. And that's what it kind of is at the moment. And, that's what it seems to be. Okay. So if you just take it as what they are, you have to remember that, right? Like having emotions, even that you're having distress or you're having bad outcomes or something. It's very ideal of how that is. It's a long story, right? And that's what it is at the moment, okay? So that's what it is, and I hope that you can do this as much as you can. So that's what it seems to be, and I don't know who's following you, but let's see. The Ace of Hearts represents uh, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. So basically, you have other water signs are following you at the same time, and you can do that as much as they are. All right, that's what it is. But that's what I have for you, and I hope that this will help you as long as it needs to. All right, because who knows, everything can change from the last minute. Last and final round. Your deeper resolve rises. Eclipse in Aquarius. Awakening. This is for you. This is the last reading right now. Okay, so last and final round. You have to remember something, Aquarius. This is your way to go. Okay? You can take things at what they are and how they become. So we're going to see how this is. So let's see how that is. So let's see. You have the Nine of Pentacles is upright, and you also have the Knight of Swords is upright. So which means the Knight of Swords represents that you have victory on your side. Awesome. The Knight of Pentacles is actually you're having money. You have lots of money. You can save up. You can do whatever you want to do with it. It doesn't. It's good for me. It's good for you. As a not good for me. You know what I'm saying. But that's what it is, right? And when you take that as what they are, you can do this, right? Just remember how it kind of is. It's like a mini pause situation. You're trying to not have procrastination. You're trying to not have that. But that's what it is at the moment, right? That's what it seems to be nowadays. And when you take this as what they are and seem to be, you can say, okay, I am doing exactly what I want to do. Exactly. That's what it is. Okay? Exactly how it is. And I know that it is the truth, right? Nothing else but the truth. So we're going to say what's the opposite card for these. Let's see. We have the Two of Swords is upright, and we have the oh wow, the Page of Pentacles is reversed. Okay, so there's something different in this situation. The Two of Swords, you don't know which direction you're going to take. This way, right? You don't know which direction you're going to take. But that's what it is, right? So that's what that is. The Page of Pentacles. Now, I'll look at that one up in the book and see what it says. Page of Pentacles reverses. You may be afraid to take the next step. Worry that you do not have the skills to be successful. You're procrastinating, holding yourself back from making your dreams come true. Trust that you have what you need now, and the rest will develop as you progress. Yeah, that's what it means, right? Like I say, what I did for cancer before that is that procrastination, right? Procrastination is, a negative feeling, but you know what? You can go through it as it is, right? And that's what it seems to be. Now, the point being is that that's what it kind of is, right? These things will take time. It could be from days, months, years, it could be past, present, future, you know, but remember that you'll be fine, right? And that's what it is, okay? Now, before I let you all go, I'll do the playing cards and then I'll do dice and then we're going to end it. So, you have to remember that when you go from the left side or the right side, you know exactly what you're going to be doing. But remember that you're having victory, you know exactly where you're going to go, and that's what it is, right? So remember how that is, and that's what it seems to be. Okay, you can take this as what they are. You can take it as how they are seen to be. You can do this as how it's going on, That's what it is at the moment, and that's what it seems to be. Okay, now I'll be doing the playing cards. I'm just gonna shuffle to see who's following you. And let's see. And who's following you is the Jack of Diamonds, which means you have Capricorn, Taurus, and I think Virgo in this situation. Yeah, so those are Earth signs. So remember about that. And that's what it seems to be. Okay. And before I let you all go, I'll do the dice. I could read that. Right thing. 1, 2, 6, and 5. So which means you have January, February, May, and June. So you have Capricorn, Aquarius, Taurus, and Gemini in this situation. Um, the numerology you can say about 65. Uh, it could be 12 or 20, or you can do it backwards like 21, or you can do 51, 62. In this situation you can do that as well. But this is what it is, and I hope that you enjoy this opportunity of how it is. Okay, so thank you and have a nice day, and I'll see you next time, and it'll be good. All right, bye for now.